I think a lot of people talk about success, but you can't really talk about success until you've defined that for yourself. You have to be the one to define what success looks like for you. You can't let other people decide, oh, well, you're successful when this happens or when this happens, like create goals, create lists, cross things off those lists and just, make sure that you're following the path that you want to be on.
Okay. On my YouTube channel, my other one, we have a series called 5 Things Producers Need to Know. I thought I'd get you on this series. Basically, it's 5 things you might tell your younger self or kind of other producers that are kind of going along a similar journey, or just it could be anything from DJing, it could be life advice, it could be production tips. Some people have gone super heavy on the production, some people have gone super heavy on the DJing because obviously producers are a big term these days. So, get your 5 things producers need to know. Number 1.
So number 1, I think don't be a perfectionist. Try not to get caught up with that. Be a perfectionist, but don't get caught up and don't let that stand in the way of putting things out or taking risks. Part of one thing in both DJing and production, I'm always trying new things, always taking a risk. When I DJ, I don't plan my sets. I might throw a couple songs in, but I'm not thinking about, oh, I need to loop this one while this transitions to here. I try new stuff and then sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. And, that's just part of, what we're doing is be in the moment. So yeah, first one is just don't overthink stuff. And that with production too, that's I think for a while I wasn't putting stuff out because I wasn't happy with the caliber of music that it was at the time. But I think, it's kind of important, announce yourself to claim a space. Because if you wait for other people to give you opportunity, it's just going to go by and you might not get it. So, learn to claim your space. Yeah. I think that might be number 3.
We were number 3. We were number 2. What happened to number 2?
Number 2 was what did I say? Don't overthink. And then
number 1, number 2. Can we have number 7 next?
So we're already at number 7. Yeah.
Number 7.
So we're at number 1. Number 1 would be don't be afraid to take a risk. Number 2 will say to claim your space. To make sure you're taking opportunities for yourself. To ask for opportunities. I think a lot of people just like I said, wait for things to come to them.
Number 3.
So my number 3 is to work with people that you value and that value you over something that might give you some hype for temporarily or something like that. That's just a big thing in general to me is with music or people or whatever. It's I'd rather work with people that are in line with what I believe, my philosophy, my morals. I think it just depends on. Well, we'll get more into philosophy stuff later. We'll just focus on the on the different things. So number 4, I mean, be yourself. I think is just be true to yourself. So this actually is what I was about to say, but find out what is important to you, and I think a lot of people talk about success, but you can't really talk about success until you've defined that for yourself. And you have to be the one to define what success looks like for you. You can't let other people decide, oh, well, you're successful when this happens or when this happens, create goals, create lists, cross things off those lists and just, make sure that you're following the path that you want to be on, not something that you think, other people want you to do or what you think you're supposed to do, just try to be true to yourself and figure out what you want. Because then I think once you do that, things tend to be a lot easier. And then my final tip, my 5, this is about mixing, and it's to mix quietly. I have too many friends who mix so loud and just listen to stuff so loud. I like to listen to it loud, but you want to make sure that your mix sounds good when it's quiet. So one thing I always like to do is just, basically turn my volume down all the way and then just bring it up so it's slightly audible. And if you can hear everything when the volume's really low, you know, you're in a really great space with your mix. So try not to you know, just push the loudness on things, because you're gonna make yourself go deaf. And we like dynamics. We like dynamic range. So
that's cool. That's a big 5. Weren't those 5 things great? Let me know in the comments which is your favourite and your biggest takeaway from this video. Also, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you get notified every time we drop new videos. YouTube is now going to recommend another video to help your learning further. I hope you enjoy that one. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.